Oh there, what's crack? I like it. I'm gonna make a stupid face. I'm Scotty. You're not. Welcome back to Juniversal month. Ba, 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 ba. Yes. And today, we have made it to 2002. And we're looking at 8 Mile. So, this is not in order, but I want to apologize for my review for a specific part of my review of Fast and the Furious for Juniversal. I forgot to put the steelbooks behind me, so the whole time it's K-Pax sitting back there, and I didn't mean for that, and that means that kind of spoils the next one. But I didn't realize till after I was done recording, and I didn't want to re-record, so we'll just leave it. It's not professional, but when have I ever been professional? Anyway, we're talking about 8 Mile, movie from 2002. I grew up a big fan of Eminem. I got the curtain call of hits right here. This is not the original CD because I rebought it from Walmart, and I just put it in this case because it goes with this one. I don't know how scratched this one is, but like, better than anything. Because I had this, right? Couldn't find it anywhere after I moved out. Turns out my sister had it. I eventually got it back, but the disc was so scratched up I couldn't even play it. But I got a new disc now. Thanks to the... What is this? Is it a booklet? It's a booklet. So it has the hits from up to... From the... What was it? What was the first? The first one was the Marshall Mathers LP was the first one, right? And then up to Encore. So it didn't have any... Get in there, mother... There, that way. Anything after that, but yeah. It's always interesting when they put new songs on here and say the hits like Fack. I remember that being any other album but this one, and that's not a song to listen to in front of children. But the other ones, The Way I Am, My Name Is, Hi, My Name Is, Stan, Lose Yourself, which is from this movie, Shake That, featuring Nate Dogg, which I think was also just a part of this, Sing for the Moment, Without Me, Like Toy Soldiers, Real Slim Shady, Mockingbird, Guilty Conscience, Clean Out My Closet, Just Lose It When I'm Gone, which was also made for this one. Stan featuring Elton John, that is a good one. But yeah, had this for a while, but I got a new disc to go in there, so it's the same case, just, almost a brand new disc. I haven't listened to that disc, so we'll have to listen to the movie back there. Bought that from Walmart. Of course, I didn't watch it when it came out. I was only 14, 15, 2002, 15? No, 14. 14. Which is how old my son is. And to be honest, honestly, that I can't think of anything. My criteria for stuff let my son watch. Profanity and violence, not a big deal. It's only nudity. And there's not really nudity in this, but there is 2 sex scenes. And by that I mean there's the sex scene with Jimmy and Alex at the factory, and then there's the sex scene with Alex and Wink in the studio. And that's shorter than the other one, but we'll talk about it. And we'll talk about how my opinion on this movie kind of changed. For the better, by the way. I had an issue with the way the movie ended. At a certain point, I felt like there was something missing. But now watching it now as an adult, I feel it kind of wraps up in a good way. And I'll get to it. Here's something I didn't know. And I've seen this a few times before, but I just realized now, watching it, that it takes place in 1995. Aspiring rapper Jimmy Smith Jr. is what it says, also known to his friends as B Rabbit. The blue collar worker. He's moved back to the rundown Detroit Taylor home of his alcoholic mother, he's breaking up with his girlfriend. For all intents and purposes, is not a character in this movie, Janine. She's played by that one chick from Orange is the New Black. What's her name? Taryn Manning. She's almost a non-character in this movie. He brings up at the beginning and they said like that she was pregnant, but is she not pregnant? I don't know. But it's not his. Like she cheated on him or something. I don't know. But like, but she's really not a character. He brings her up here, and then later she shows up to give him shit. But then other than that, it's nothing. Right? So we start the movie with his palms are sweaty, his knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on his sweater already, mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the word don't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's joking now. The lights go out. Time's up. Over. Bow. Snap. Back to reality. No, I'm not going to keep going. That's basically what it is. He's puking in the bathroom. And he's like, he's up. But then they won't let him in because they don't think he's one of them. And then Mekhi Phifer. And there's no movie. There's no Mekhi Phifer. Shows up. He plays... Future, David Porter is his real name, but Future in this, and he is the template for Anthony Anderson's character in Scary Movie 3 and 4, Mahalik. Black Cod. And there's a character named DJ, who I think is the blueprint for CJ, who's Kevin Hart's character in that movie. But yeah, so he's got a rap battle at the shelter, and he chokes. The shelter is where what's called, the local venue, and he chokes and not able to go up. Yeah, he goes home to his mom's trailer and catches her fucking a dude. Like, it's Kim Basinger just going to town on Michael Shannon. It's like it's your mom, but it's Kim Basinger. She's not my mom, I like how she yells at, don't you know how to knock or use the phone? I used the phone shut off. She said, well, I know that. Why'd you tell him that? And this guy, Greg Buell, who we found out later, is someone who went to school with Jimmy and Future. Funny thing is, Eminem is actually 2 years older than Michael Shannon in real life. So that's, yeah. But, yeah. And his mom gives him a car, but it's a piece of shit because it won't start. And this is where we get the scene. I don't know if it's already by here, but I'll talk about it now. Well, Jimmy moved in with his mother 'cause he ain't got no way to go. And now I'm right back in the gutter with the garbage bag that's full of clothes. I live at home in the trailer. What the hell you gonna do? I live at home in a trailer. Mom, I'm coming home to you. I'm not gonna go. I only know the rap part. I only know my name is Jimmy. His name's Greg Buell. Me, him, and you, we went to the same school. It ain't cool. Something's tapped my mom, and we're almost the same age. Uh, Here you go. Happy birthday, Rabbit. Here's a brand new car. You can have it. A 1928 Delta. This shit can't even get me to the shelter. And I don't remember. Because I live at home in a trailer. Mom, I'm coming home to you. Because you listen to, well, Bama, the most trailer park songs to do. He asks for more shifts at work, but his boss doesn't trust him because he's always late. He's having problems getting to work because he doesn't have a car. He has to ride a bus, you know. And it's here that he meets Alex Lucerno. I saw her name. Where is it? Latorno. And she's there looking for her brother, but like we never see him. And like he flips off his boss, but she's the one that sees it, so she flips him off back. It kind of comes full circle later in the movie, but anyway, like, no, his boss doesn't trust him. Throughout the movie, though, he just kind of gains trust back. He also finds an eviction notice, or she finds an eviction notice, his mom does, and wants to hide it from Greg because he has a large incoming settlement check from a prior accident, which he hopes will be able to get them out of the trailer park. But, you know. Then we meet Wink, played by Eugene Bird, who I know from Are You Afraid of the Dark? He's in the Tale of the Super Specs. Is that all I know? I know from other stuff. Oh yeah, he was Andy Diggle on Arrow. He was on Ghost Rider. I thought he was. Walter Haynes. I don't know. Oh, it'll tell me. Hold on. Four episodes. Man. Hold on. You're not supposed to have sound on, stupid. Was that? I'm trying to think. Was that the school election one? I spelled it wrong. Building Bridges. Building Bridges. I'm trying to. It's been forever since I watched Ghost Rider, man. You know what I mean? Years. I've watched it as an adult, but it's been years. Anyway, Wink works for a radio station. He's a radio DJ. He's acquainted with a record label promoter, and he wants, help with that. But it's strange because he's promoting his rivals, a rap group known as the Leaders of the Free World, whose leader, with Papa Doc is Anthony freaking Mackie. When he showed up, I'm like, no. No, that ain't. He started talking, and I'm like, son of a... Didn't realize he was in this movie. No. But while Jimmy hangs out with his friends, Future, Soul George, DJ Iz, and Cheddar Bob, there's some names for you. And, I know how they have another rap battle, like, just out of nowhere, in the middle of nowhere, basically, and then they get into a fight with the Free World crew, and Cheddar Bob accidentally shoots himself in the nuts. Or, I don't know if he gets, but yeah, so he has to go to the hospital. And then on lunch break, one of Jimmy's co-workers starts to freestyle rap, and this other guy starts to rap back, like dissing her, and then dissing the only gay guy there, to which Jimmy then, jumps in and defends him, and he kind of beats him, and then has the one girl finish. And Stephanie, that's his mom's name, Alex overhears this, their relationship moving forward a little bit, and here, so she's like, oh, that's good. And he's like, can I take you somewhere tonight? And she's like, are you asking me out? Yeah. How much take me somewhere right now? So they find like a secluded place in the factory where he works, and they just get to going at it. They proceed to get busy, have sex, do it. And what I like about this scene, watching it here, it's very real. In a way, there's one, they're making out, the top comes not off, but like she's out her bra on, I can't think of the word, and like the making out stuff. What I mean by it's real, there's a moment where she just goes and then puts her hand down there. You know what she's doing with that hand, and all of a sudden they get to going. And there's no music in the background, there's no other dialogue, it's just the like quiet moaning, because it's got to be the like whisper like that, It's very raw, it's very in the moment. It's not like what movies would usually do and make a big deal about it. There's no music, there's no editing, it's just raw, So, yeah. And I like how the Wikipedia says that, they have sexual intercourse, and it says it later too for the other sex scene in this, and it's just like, no, it's fucking, because they're not sexual intercourse to me. And is where they lay on the bed, they get to go and get over man. No, this is fucking. They're in the remote corner of the factory and they're just going at it in the corner. No, that's yeah. It's just funny when they put it as sexual intercourse. You could just say, and they have sex. And that would make more sense than having the whole thing. You know what I mean? Because who nowadays calls it intercourse? Besides a scientist or a doctor in a lab or something. But then Jimmy wakes up the next day and Greg has found the eviction notice and he freaks out. He pushes Rabbit's mom, so Rabbit gets pissed and pushes him down in a fight. For some reason, makes the mom mad because Greg takes off, and she acts like that's a bad thing. And I know she wanted his money, and that's the only reason why she's pissed. But in my opinion, she's better off for it. Because there's no way she was getting any of that money anyway. As soon as he got that check, and I guarantee it, as soon as he got that check, he was gone. He's only there until he gets that check. Once he gets it, he's bouncing. She wasn't getting any of that money anyway, right? Dustin got a little sister in this, and I don't know if Eminem actually had a real sister in life, or this is supposed to be a proxy for Haley, his daughter, who, by the way, do you want to feel old? His daughter is 30. For those of us who grew up, you know, with Eminem. Yeah. I was trying to add it in my head. She was born in 95, 96. Well, she's 20. No, she's not 20. She'd be 31 this year, but not yet. Her birthday is Christmas, by the way. Yeah. So, yeah. And so when he then comes home from work, he finds his mom drunk, brings her inside. He brings his sister over to a neighbor's house while he goes out, because she kicks him out, so he brings her over there. And he goes to the studio where he's supposed to meet about a recording contract and catches Wink fucking Alex in the studio. And this is the one scene that has never made any sense to me. Though watching it back now as an adult, it's her fault, not Wink's. Because when I was younger, and what they portray in this movie, and that it's Wink's fault. Because this happens, he goes off on Wink, he blames Wink. Wink then brings the Free World guys to Jimmy's trailer to beat the shit out of him. To which Papa Doc holds a gun to his face. And then Wink tells him to back off. So it's all supposed to be blamed on Wink. But what I'm getting from this movie now, Alex a hoe. Okay? She sees Rabbit rapping, gets turned on. Let's go fuck in the corner. And now it's painfully obvious she was already fucking Wink. Painfully obvious. So him freaking out is just, it's not worth it, Rabbit. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let her go. Excuse me. Let her go. It's not worth it. Yeah. And after the whole thing where Papa Doc holds a gun up to him and he leaves, they leave because Wink tells him, walk it off, let's go. The mom comes home. She played bingo and she won $3,200 at a bingo tournament. This is where we're starting to wrap up some of the storyline. We also find out that Future signed Rabbit up for the rap battles, which he's pissed about. But his life's turning around. His boss now likes him too, give him extra shifts. However, his overnight shift conflicts with the rap battle. So Paul, the gay guy he helped earlier, agrees to take his first shifts for him while he goes to the rap battle. Yeah. And so we got a bunch of, the first two battle rounds against the Free World crew members. Lickety Split and Lotto. Some weird ass names in this, which he wins. And now he's facing Papa Doc. And Papa Doc makes the biggest mistake of his life. After winning the coin toss, he lets Rabbit go first. Bad choice. Because Rabbit basically takes everything that Papa Doc would ever say again about Rabbit, throws it back in his face, and adds some more insults of his own to Doc, which means Doc's got nothing. He's got no ammo, and then has to just give up. He's like, you can't do it. You ain't gonna hit the microbyte Future, and yeah. Seth's congratulated about Alex, but no, there's a thing where he looks at Alex and sees her, because she's gonna go to New York. because they have a little talk beforehand. She's like, "Can I give you a ride somewhere?" He's like, "No, I got to hire extra shift." And she's like, "Well, I'm going to New York." He's like, "Yeah, and?" He's got a point. Why should he care? And no, he sees her in a crowd, and he's like, and she gives him the figure. He's like, which comes full circle from when they met, right? And how they met. So yeah, and then Future, he wins obviously. Future offers him to be a co-host of the rap battles with him. He's like, "No, that's your gig," and he's got to go back to work. So, and then we get the song, right? I like the soundtrack. You got "Lose Yourself," which plays in the credits, but there's also 8 Mile, which is a song. The instrumental version plays while he's on the bus writing it, and then he's also writes "Lose Yourself," which he doesn't actually perform in the film. So it's weird that he writes it, but that's supposed to be the song that he puts on the record. He does say he's going to find a way to pay for his own recording studio time. So, yeah. And so, yeah, that's how the movie ends. And when I was younger, I always hated this ending because he doesn't get the girl. The girl's fucking the other dude, and then they just sort of say goodbye, and he doesn't come back around to him getting a girl. Like, everything else wraps up in a nice little bow, right? His mom gets the money, he wins the thing, he gets his friends back, the respect at work, but he doesn't get the girl. As an adult, I was an adult when I watched it, but now, in my mindset I am now, I see the reason why he doesn't get the girl. And it's not because she a hoe, that's part of the reason. But the other reason is that if he had gotten a girl, if all this stuff had happened, and then they get back together, the movie ends with them kissing, and you hear bum, 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 instead of him just going back to work, I don't think it would have worked as well. It'd be too much of a tied up in a nice little bow for this kind of a story. You gotta have at least one thing go wrong. Besides, she was a hoe. Like, everything with that relationship, her fault. Because she had this thing with Rabbit, and she still fucked Wink anyway. That's on her, right? I also want to point out that at no point in this movie do we see them use any protection. Like, they do it spontaneously at the factory in the corner, and she does there's no lubrication. So, yeah, they raw dogging it. I'm just saying. And another thing that was a point of contention back in the day, I remember, his hair's not blonde in this movie. It's dark. It's black. I think it works to the seriousness. I can't imagine that he'd be able to be taken seriously with his peroxide blonde hair. I think it works that he has darker hair. And say what you want about him, he's a good actor. I think he does pretty good in this. All the actors, I think, are pretty good in this. And this won an Academy Award for Best Song for Lose Yourself. Didn't win anything else, but it was named one of the best films of 2002 by several publications. And with a budget of $41 million, it grossed $242.9 million. So they did something right. Right? Yeah, and to me, going into this, I thought it's pretty good, right? Pretty good. After watching it, I've come full circle on this movie, and I'm going to say it goes to the moon. Actually, I'm going to do it the way he would do it. It goes to the moon. That's the way you do it. So, yeah. I love this movie. I have my little issues, but after watching it, I'm just like, my issues are probably just nitpicks. Like, he didn't get the girl. I don't really care about that anymore. The Greg Buell storyline does kind of end quickly. He was like, I'm out, and it's not resolved. He doesn't come back. Because you think there'd be a thing where, like, oh, she won $3,200. He hasn't gotten his thing. If this was a longer movie, he would have come back, and there would have been another fight. Oh, you back now because she got money, huh? But no, because they needed to wrap it up. It works. This movie is, 110 minutes? And I think that runtime works for it. you know. So yeah. So what are your thoughts on 8 Mile? Comment so much, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm this guy, and I'll see you in the next one.